going on, guys? This is Alex here with 814 EDC, and I am ready to bring my full review to you guys of the Microtech UTX-85, specifically with the Tanto blade shape and this distressed / apocalyptic pattern. Now, if you guys saw my unboxing of this video about a month and a half ago, you guys would have seen that I bought this while I was on vacation. So I was in Nashville. And before I went, I was looking up to see if there's any knife stores in the area because, actually no, that's wrong. I was on Instagram, and one of the guys that I either followed or he follows me, I believe his name is Blade Plug. I was on his page, and I noticed that he was always posting like Microtechs in his stories and on his posts and stuff like that. And I looked in his bio, and it said he was from Nashville. And it had a link to the Nashville Tactical Lounge, which is a Microtech dealer. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, I'd never been to a knife shop before. You know, I had recently sold a couple knives to get some PayPal in. And I, you know, like I said, I had some money sitting there, and I was like, I'm going to buy a Microtech. Why not? So I forget what day I was on vacation, but actually, my girlfriend's brother-in-law and I did the electric scooters, which I think I talked about this prior or in my unboxing. Electric scootered over there. It was cool to see all the models. I handled this one. I think I handled a UTX-70, and I also handled an Exo set, which was cool. But I ultimately went with this one. They had these and the, I think, single-edge dagger blades in stock. And I bought this for, the price was $250 on it. But with Tennessee tax, my nose is really itchy, guys. With Tennessee tax, it got me up to like $278, and it was, you know, that at that time, and still to this day, that's the most money I'd spent on a knife before. It was kind of an impulse buy, kind of not, because I do really like Microtechs. They're really, really nice, but I had not really, like, there's other knives that I wanted to buy that I probably could have put that money towards, but I figured it was on vacation. It would be something that I would keep for a while. And, you know, sadly, I don't think I'm going to end up keeping this. I'll explain at the end of the video, but I think this is something I'm going to sell sooner rather than later. But not because I don't like the knife. I love this knife. I love Microtechs, but just because I want something else that I don't necessarily have the money for right now. But if I'm able to sell this, I'll be able to get the money for it. So, diving right into materials, I'll quit rambling. My nose, if it would quit itching, would be awesome. I really like the distressed pattern on these. I've seen some other green ones. I've seen some Merlot ones. I think I've seen like a tan one as well. They're just really, really cool. They look kind of beat up, but I like that because, you know, that enables you to use it a little. Well, to me, obviously you can use your knives in any condition, but to me, that means, like, if you're using it and you happen to get a scratch on it, you're not as likely to notice it as, you know, if it's a brand new shiny black Cerakote knife or something like that. It just blends in a little bit better. But you can see this was made in June of 2021, so very, very recently. And then you also have the serial number back here. Just the nice black aluminum body, the actuator switch right there with the typical Microtech logo and sort of pattern. The loop over style deep carry clip that is almost butt end of the knife. I mean, it goes to the butt end, but your jeans kind of stop a little bit short. That lovely glass breaker that everyone, you either love it or you hate it. I'm not a huge fan of it. If I were going to keep this, I would probably get rid of that and put a screw back there like Jake at Bearded Gear did for his Trodon, I believe, or his Ultratech. I forget what model he has. But this is the Tanto blade shape. You guys can see it says Microtech USA UTX-85 Tanto Edge in M390, which is really nice. M390 is an awesome steel. The body screws are obviously Microtech's proprietary hardware, which you have to buy, or I know you can buy it from their site, but I don't know if they're readily available. I think you have to, there's certain drops for it, but you can buy like a bit driver with this bit attachment for it. And that's all for materials. Now for action, this is a OTF knife, so action is bound to be awesome and bound to be fun. And it's a Microtech, which is some of the best out there. So you do have this actuator switch, like I said. You have to give a little bit of pressure. You have to build sort of the momentum to get the spring to fire. But it's very, very fun, very snappy. It hits hard. That's a whole perk of using a OTF is how fun that is to fire. And if I'm being honest, that may be a little bit of the reason why I was like, it kind of was an impulse buy, is because it's just so fun to use and so fun to just sit there and fire repeatedly. But yeah, action's good. Closing action's good. You just have to have enough thumb strength to fire and disengage the blade, which I know Microtechs are all kind of different, because if you guys watched Jake's channel, you would have seen that I believe his Bounty Hunter Troodon, I forget the name of it, the technical name of it, but it was so stiff. I mean, he had to use like 2 fingers to pull it down, and it was not good for him to deploy. Luckily, mine didn't have that issue. It's just nice and simple to use. You can sit there and fire this all day. I've had one single misfire one time, but other than that, knock on wood, it's been very, very responsive, very, very relatively easy to push out, as long as you're giving yourself a little bit of thumb strength. So action's good. Next is ergos, and ergos on this is good. It's a pretty simple sort of design. It's just kind of a rectangle, has some jimping along both ends of it. The pot clip does stick out a little bit, so when you have it in your hand, you do kind of feel that. But this isn't a knife that you're going to be like, torqued down on using very, very hard, because it's an OTF. You don't use knives like that. So really, like, just normal use for opening boxes, opening letters, stuff like that, things I've used it for. It's comfortable. Like I said, if you were to have to try to torque down and use it, you would definitely, you could feel it. It's a little bit of a hot spot on your inner fingers. But that's not something you do with Microtechs and OTFs in general. To me, they're more light duty knives than certain other ones, just because you don't really use OTFs for hard use knives. For one, the blade geometry is never as good as another blade is for slicing and for other purposes and stuff like that. But for stuff that I use it, like opening boxes, opening letters, just single easy stuff around the house, it works fine. But I'm just, the pot clip is a Microtech pot clip. So if you felt it before, you know how it feels. For me, it doesn't bother me, but other people it might. I guess it just depends on your hand size. But overall, ergos are good. I like the actuator switch, how it has that, Microtech's kind of logo in there, or design. It's very jimped. It's very comfortable to, engage and disengage. Very easy to do so. So action's good. Ergos are good. Next is carry, and carry's good too. Like I said, this is basically a deep carry clip. It goes to the butt of the knife, but your jeans or your pants get stuck a little bit short. But it's very lightweight because it's aluminum. It sits in the pocket well. Something I don't like is how the damn back or glass breaker sticks up out of the knife. That's not something that I really jive with very well. I think they're kind of a nuisance. I don't know why they have to put them on the knives. To me, I wish they would send it either, if they have to put it on the knife from factory, at least send a replacement screw if you want to put it on there. Because I do get, if you're like a first responder and you have this, the glass breaker could come in handy when you're trying to break into a car window or something like that. Completely understand that. But from an everyday carry standpoint, for the rest of us, give us an option where this isn't going to be sticking up out of your pocket. Because to me, that's just annoying when you basically give us a deep carry clip, but yet the stupid glass breaker sticks up out of there. But it's very lightweight, sits in the pocket nicely. You do hit the actuator switch a little bit with your hand, which it is kind of a little aggressive, so your hand might get torn up a little bit if you happen to reach deep down in your pocket. But I personally don't have that issue. Excuse me. Yeah, it's good. I mean, if you guys have carried a Microtech, you guys know that they're good knives, guys. And that leads me to my final category, which is price point. For $250, I would recommend this knife. I think that you're getting, it's a Microtech made in the USA, which is another huge plus. Awesome hard-hitting action. Very, very fun to play with, very fun to fidget with. They're capable knives, guys. They're good knives. You're getting a cool, distressed pattern, which I really, really like. I think that I will eventually get another one. If I do sell this, which I'm basically 99% ready to sell, just because if you guys are on Instagram or, follow Jake at Bearded Gear, then you would know that he is coming out, or he has gotten his prototypes of his knife that him and Ryan over at Rimmer Designs have designed, the Luff Concepts Avant. The pre-order is going live on, actually today I saw the 14th of August, and they will be $2.99 a piece. To me, it is worth it selling this right now, because I have the money to pull out towards that, but it's not something I am very comfortable with doing as of right now, because I'm a college kid. I can't spend all my money on knives, so to me it's worth it to sell this for close to $300 and put that money into a pre-order for the Avant, because that thing is so cool looking. I would like to be one of the first ones in the first order of pre-orders to get one, and that's what I'm going to use this for. So that's why I want to sell it. It's not because I don't like the knife. I definitely do. And if I was an adult with I want to say big person money, but making better money than what I do now in my summer job, and more liquefiable income, I would definitely keep this and just buy the Avant. But in my position right now, I think I'm going to sell this, take that money, put it into the Avant pre-order, and just be happy with it. I'll definitely get another Microtech. This is not going to be the only Microtech I ever have. Now, once I got this, I didn't realize that they have the green distress pattern until I bought this. But that's really rad looking, so I don't know if I'll try to go for that in the future, or if I'll splurge a little bit more and try to get the Bounty Hunter edition, because I had that from Kevin, and I love Star Wars, and I feel like if I'm going to have one Microtech in my collection, why not go a little bit big and have, a really cool one? So I might do that. That's just something that's going to happen in the future, guys. But as of right now, I do have this in my collection, but I'm looking to sell probably in the near future, within the next week, basically. But just a cool knife, guys. I would recommend it. I like Microtech. I still have the LUDT in the collection, which is one of my favorite knives. I just carried that yesterday for the first time in probably 2 weeks. Love that knife. So good. And I do love this knife too, guys. I wish I didn't have to sell it, which I don't have to, but again, I kind of do, just to make things justifiable. But it's good, guys. It's good. It's a good knife. I love the distress pattern. That's one of my favorite patterns on a Microtech. So I definitely might get that in the future. I really like the Merlot pattern too. I think that looks super classy. It's like a real deep burgundy color. That's also something that catches my eye. So who knows what I'll get in the future. I'm not, I'm open to really anything. But back to my original statement. Would I recommend this? I absolutely would, guys. It's a good knife. Microtech's a great company, made in the USA, and they make some phenomenal out the front knives, phenomenal folding knives, automatic out the side knives. Just a great knife company, and I will definitely get more of them in the collection at some point down the road. So that's all I have to say about this, guys. This was the Microtech UTX-85 in distressed pattern with a Tanto blade. If one of you guys happens to be interested in buying this, shoot me a message on Instagram or leave a comment down below. We can chat on there. But I would prefer Instagram because it's just easier to talk to you on there. But leave a comment if you guys are into Microtechs, if you still have to experience one, if you don't like them, some of the designs you don't like, so on and so forth. As always, I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I'm saying too much. I'm trying to think of what to say. I'm just kind of pooped after filming my 3 videos in a row. My beer is practically out. And I'm slowly starting to lose my shade on the front porch. I had to slide over from where I normally do my videos because the other half of the porch was lit in sun, and this half is in shade, but it's slowly starting to creep in. So I think I finished my videos at the perfect timing. Now that it's done, I will be at I'll be at edit the first video I filmed so I can put it up because today is Friday. You guys will probably be seeing this video, or no, today's Thursday, excuse me. You guys will probably be seeing this video on Saturday. I'll probably do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday upload schedule. That way I'm fresh by the time Monday rolls around. Or maybe I'll even film some on Sunday for Monday and the rest of the week. I don't know. I'll decide later this weekend. But I'll quit rambling because you guys know I tend to do that a lot in the end of my videos. But I'll quit spewing just random shit. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys all, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm hoping you're having a great weekend if this is when I post it. So thank you guys. Peace.